Welcome to Colorado BBQ Boys on a Saturday. We're gonna make some pork belly burnt-ins in the green egg, like a real man smoker, as Tony would tell us. Except for I don't use those charcoal briquettes, I use the real thing. First things first, we got our pork belly here. Got this from Costco, and got my favorite new knife. We're gonna cut this thing up. As you can see, we've already kind of started, and we're going to continue the process. We want to cut these in pretty good sized pieces. They are definitely going to kind of collect some moisture and shrink down a bit by the time it's all over. So I'm just gonna make them about the same size as what you see in that pan there. So Zach, when was the last time you did pork belly? Never. Okay, well, for a lot of people, they might look at this and wonder how to do it, and so that's what we're here today to do. It's super easy. You get a lot of smoke real fast. What we're gonna be using today is a bunch of the Meat Church seasonings. We'll probably maybe try a couple of different ones. We definitely like Meat Church around here. We've got every flavor that they offer. We learned a lot actually from those Meat Church videos as well. So as you can see, I'm cutting these, and they're pretty good sized pieces. Like I said, they're gonna shrink down some. I also don't want to get them too crispy. I don't want them to shrink too much, so I'm making them a little bigger. Last time I did this, I thought I'd try something a little different, make them a little smaller. I thought, you know, maybe it'll collect a little bit more smoke on the smaller pieces. I lost a bunch of them down the grate, and that's definitely not what I want. I want these in my stomach, not burning on the steel. I haven't really noticed a difference when I cut them smaller that they got more smoke or anything. Actually, I felt like they got a little bit more overdone. Definitely cut these the size that you're comfortable with, the time frame that you got. You know what you like, so go after it. But this is definitely what me and my family like. Oh, we have my lovely assistant, Tony. So Tony here, go over to the Meat Church cabinet. We're gonna use these nuts.
So why do you like Meat Church?
What I had done in the past was I would take another brand and I would start adding a whole bunch of my other stuff. It got real hard to repeat the process. Greg told me about Meat Church. I decided I would try him out. Now I'm a big fan of him. So Vanna, or as I like to call him sometimes, Tony, is gonna help me shake some of his Meat Church out on. And then we're gonna go out and we're gonna show you how to get the grill started. I don't know how much. I don't know how much is the right amount. I've never had too much, but I will tell you, I have had too little.
You've never had too much of these
Never
nuts?
had too much of these nuts.
And that's how we bring it home, everyone.
Put the seasoning on, we'll let it sweat a little bit while we're lighting and getting the grill ready. Usually that's the first thing I want to do, but I'm going to show you guys how to light a real fire. Not like Tony does. Tony likes to use those charcoal briquettes. I don't want to put anything bad in this temple, all right?
Nice Bloody Mary. I'm sorry, is that for the temple?
I like the tomato juice. It's good for the body.
Yeah, nice vitamin C. And you don't get the scurvy, which is good. I'm glad you're worried about the scurvy.
All right, time to light the fires. I don't think this is natural. Well, Tony, I got you a prize.
Hey, guess who got a free thing of charcoal? Actually, needed a bag. First thing you do is crack a beer.
So we are going to light the green egg now. So if you look inside, Zach, you can see that I've got the lump charcoal, none of that fake stuff. This stuff's really great. And if you look real closely, I've got a little fire starter right down here. There's the wick for it. It's from Jealous Devil. I found those to work pretty good. They go away, they don't leave any residual flavor or anything. So what I do is I just get a couple of pieces of post oak and I just start getting after it. This is how I get my embers going. And then when nobody's looking, like Tony, I go ahead and get my propane torch, get it going like this. So I'll set this in here for actually probably a couple of minutes, and then watch that little fire starter. You can see it actually rips pretty good.
Is propane natural?
It's naturally occurring, yeah. Like stevia, Gore-Tex, Roundup. Roundup's all natural. And we're gonna put some of this post oak in, so we'll get this lump charcoal ripping pretty good here. We could probably start racking all of our pork belly now. What I do like about these green eggs is they have these upper slide units here. You close the lid and the lid automatically just moves it back for you. And then you'll look at this bottom plate. Bottom plate's a piece of steel that I cut because the ceramic ones that they sell seem to break pretty often. And I'm not in the business of buying more and more of them, so.
Cody is probably the best metal cutter I've ever seen in my life. He doesn't use plasma, he uses a cutting torch. And I like to tear him apart all the time, but I gotta give credit where credit's due. He can really cut steel and stuff. He says I cut that perfect circle, he really can. And you should probably sell these things, honestly.
Now, Tony, I have to wonder if I'm very good at barbecue, because you've been really honest about how I cut steel, and you always tell me how bad I am at doing barbecue, so maybe you're only a truth teller, I don't know. We're gonna go get that pork belly and start racking it. As you can see, I'm gonna put these all in the rack. I'm gonna put them pretty close, leave a little gap here and there, but I'll probably end up pushing them together because we're just running out of space.
Fat side up or fat side down?
Should do fat side up, but
okay.
I'm just throwing these on. So now I'll pay more attention.
It's very forgiving, pork belly.
Yeah.
And it's hard to really mess up. compared to like something dry, like a round or a brisket. This is something where you can do very easily and really impress your friends and bring something to a party.
So I do want to leave some space. As you can see, I'm kind of avoiding this little clip here. That clip is what holds the meat probe for the ThermoWorks smoke unit. So I don't want it reading too closely to the meat. Otherwise, I'm going to get some varying and altered result on what I'm trying to do here. This is all I do. I just throw a little bit extra on after it's been sweating a little. So we'll get these all on. Here in just a moment, we'll go get the ThermoWorks smoke. We'll get it prepped and ready because I think we've actually got this grill as hot as we probably want to make it, and then some. Once we throw this rack on with this raw meat, it's going to cool things down on the interior. Tony, if you want to dust that, if it gets down on the bottom, that's fine. I actually just put everything on the smoker because we were goofing around and doing some video stuff and wasn't really focusing on the task at hand. This fire got real hot, real fast, got it a little out of control. But it didn't really worry me too much. I think once you know your smoker, it's a lot easier to kind of judge where it needs to be to get those temperatures. And definitely not something I knew right from the beginning. But now I feel more comfortable. So I'm just gonna do a quick cleanup. You son of a bitch, Tony. You got a full beer, huh? And we're only, I don't know, Tony, what do you think? An hour and a half, 2 hours in? And look at these things. Wow, everything's looking good still. I like to just kind of stir it up. I got these gloves on. These are the ones I use for welding. See those pieces of wood that I put in? Started like this. And look at them. They're done. They're breaking up now. These are just like the rest. I'm actually gonna take a couple handfuls. Smell that, the pecan? Wow, I've never done that side by side. That's amazing. We've got the post oak in there, and I've really fallen in love with that smoke. With the post oak, I threw a bunch of that pecan in. What a different smoke. I'm just blown away at that. My goal is to be anywhere between 225 and 275. I'm not being real picky with it. I don't want to be married to this thing, so we've been enjoying, but if you turn around, Zach, you're gonna see what we're gonna finish this in. So right now we're getting a huge base of smoke and great flavor on this. In a little bit, we're gonna add some parquet butter, some brown sugar, and some rib candy. And we're gonna throw them in and we're gonna finish them off in the Rectech. That way we can go in, kind of recharge. We're gonna get very similar results. We've already made the base, we've already laid the track. So now I can take a break from this. We'll finish it in the Rectech. And then once we're done with that, man, it's time to eat and I'm gonna be excited for it. We've got the Rectech up and running now. So tonight, we're gonna have some tortillas. We're gonna use some bagged coleslaw and make a great little coleslaw sauce out of sriracha. God dang it, going crazy here. These are so excited, they want off. They want in the pan, you saw it. So I'm really excited at how these have come out so far. They're still super tender. They definitely dried out a little bit more than I was expecting, but I know that we're gonna get that moisture back in them here. These are gonna be falling apart, so I'm trying to push them all down. Hey honey, I know you're not one of the barbecue boys, you're a barbecue wife. What do you think? Should we cover these? All right, the Colorado BBQ wife has spoken. We are going to cover these with some foil. We're gonna wrap them up tight and we're gonna finish them in the Rectech. So as you can see in these pans, what I've done is before I put these burn ends in, after they've been smoking for hours, I've taken some brown sugar, I placed it down in the pan, just a light amount, a couple handfuls. I've taken some parquet, which believe it or not, parquet is, I think it's fake butter, but you see it in competition style barbecue. So I thought good enough for them, good enough for me. So I put that down, and then we use some rib candy. We use two different types. This one's a cherry habanero with apple, and the other one is an apple brown sugar habanero. So I really didn't care which one's which. I think they're both gonna turn out phenomenal. So when I know they're ready to come off, I'll come out here in an hour and I'll try some. And if they're great, if they're perfect, I'll take them off. The pork belly burn ends are done. They're very done. They are ready to go. When you're cooking them covered like this, you're not gonna mess them up. You're not gonna dry them out. I'm sure at some point you will. When we had them on smoke, the smoke dries them out. It's just nature. But we added the parquet, we closed everything up, we put them in these tins. It definitely put some moisture back in them, and now they are done. We're gonna spin them a little, coat them. Look at what they're swimming in. Look at them kind of fall apart as I'm twisting them. It's separating that meat portion, that fat portion. Boy, they are ready to go. Dude, look at those falling apart. So Zach, we're gonna put some of these on the plate, and look at how tender those are. There's nothing bad about that. It's like giant bacon with sugar.